skip the hellos.
Okay, we won't be polite, we'll just jump right in. This is our champion apple cider press, which we cleverly disguised as a washing machine. I actually read about the idea in an old Mother Earth news article, and we decided to give it a try. The article claims that you can make 20 gallons of cider an hour, which we verified to be entirely possible. Why don't you come over here and I'll show you how it works. For starters, you can see I removed the agitator, and
Can you see?
I made this grinding wheel, and I hinged it in back so that you can get it through the narrow opening of the top, and then it just fits into the bottom like so. And in order to keep it from flying up and killing people, it's really exciting. The last little detail here is this feed tube that the apples get fed through. And it sits just about a ½ inch, maybe a ¼ inch above the teeth of that disc that I put down there. And you drop the apples in on top, and the teeth do all the work of chopping up the apples. And so, besides drilling a couple of holes, I didn't have to dismember this washing machine at all, and it could be used as a washing machine again as soon as apple season is over. So, if you need to convince your wife in order to get her to let her use hers. It only took like a ½ hour to convert this thing. There's like hundreds of videos on YouTube of people with homemade apple smashers for doing cider the traditional way. First you have to grind up the apples into a nice pumice so that you can press it. And I thought about making one of those things so that we could press our cider the old-fashioned way. But it would have taken me probably 10 times the amount of work and maybe a couple $100 to build a good apple smasher. And with the old used washing machine, it does everything in one step. It grinds up the apples and presses it all in one step. So once the apples are all chopped up and the basket's spinning good and fast, the juice will come out and get pumps. Here we go. Power. Spin. No second rinse. High speed. And now we just have to wait.
That was hard.
Okay. We'll be back to you shortly. Alright, for the most part, the apples just feed down as fast as you can add them. But if you get a hang up, that's what this is for. A nice plunger with the stop on it so that you can't accidentally stick it down too far and grind the heck out of it. We found that if you throw them down with the little force, you don't have to plunge it as much. But you just have to make sure you're a good shot.
This looks like...
You also have to get the timing right.
Every time I zoom in on it, it stops. There it goes.
It really
Yummy.
It kind of becomes a game. You keep track of how many you miss and how many you get in the hole. See who wins at the end.
It's Sunday afternoon, but this is so much fun that we don't consider it work.
We average about maybe 2.5 gallons of cider per bushel, which isn't too bad. You might get a little more with a, with a good press setup, but considering the amount of work involved, it's really a lot more efficient this way, for us anyway.
There's the juice. Look at all that. Yummy. Once the pump kicks in, it'll be flowing here.
Here comes.
Woo-wee!
Now that's the real fun. Look at that. Growing.
Just turned the pump on after the second spin cycle.
Okay, the results are in after a second spin.
I just said
We
that.
have that much juice from, come over here, Mac. That many apples.
It was full.
You saw how full it was before. That's a couple bushels worth.
Who's got that full apple in there?
I think Teresa did that. Couldn't have been.
No, it was Amber.
Most of the apples in the beginning get chopped really fine, like this stuff here, and they feel real dry. At the end, see, this basket really floats in here. It's kind of like an anti-bounce sort of thing that the machine has. And as it gets heavier, the basket sinks a little bit, and so that gap between the teeth and the feed tube increases, and you end up with some more chunks like this. But we experimented with shimming up the basket and found that it just bounced around way too much, and we didn't get that much more yield, so this is the way we do it. And it seems to work pretty good.
Don't spill.
My favorite part of the process.
Strain for bees.
Strain all the bees out. Ew. Poor bees. That's the way I want to die. Floating in apple cider.
Okay, remember that.
Hey, it's really not a bad way to go. Alrighty. Oh, come on, get out of there. This is our juice. Go on, scram. Fine, stay there.
That can be your glass.
Alright. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, yuck, it tastes like laundry detergent. I'm just kidding.
Andrew!
What?
Do another job.
Very bad salesmanship.
Well,
Teresa, you try.
we actually cleaned it out with bleach beforehand and rinsed and rinsed and rinsed and rinsed, so you can't really taste the laundry detergent.
Man, that's still terrible.
It's good, okay?
Come on, do it like a really good one.
Hey guys,
That's better.
I love it. Is that better?
Teresa, you try it.
Yeah, you try it. Don't take my word for it. Get a second its opinion.
Wow. That's amazing.
Okay, there you have it.
That speaks to me.
The apple juice speaks to.
No, it's a little bee floating in her apple juice.
It says, "Don't drink me."